just to make it clear, so to make it very, very focused and understandable. Jed never kills anyone. None of Rib ever kill anyone, but they do capture Daniel. Daniel's a serial killer, and they use drones, and they capture him. They do tranquilize him, and they do take him to Alaska to face the FBI, which is played by hopefully Sean Penn. When he's left behind a 7-Eleven, and he's basically like chained to a bike rack or something in his underwear eventually. And that's how Penn finds him. So it's kind of a funny moment. It's kind of a comedy. But he's actually a serial killer, so you don't see any of the killing. It's all applied. Let's see, this is the word. It's all implied. I believe that is maybe a word. It's all indicated. It only indicates. You see the scenes and you see what it leads to. But you might see like a body in a river or something, but it doesn't show the actual violence. It's not violent. So none of them snipe anyone. They just know how to defend themselves. They don't have to snipe anyone, but they're very good at doing it. And this is the very beginning stages of the militia is very, very small. We're only talking about a few guys: Jed Wilson, Droopy and Poopy, the Doc, Shelby, Lady Shelby's part of the espionage and everything. But they're all very, very. It's a small platoon, but that's still powerful. Also, Lady Shroom, she's the one with the circus bear. Why she gets involved is only because she knows Droopy. Droopy is the first one they find, other than Jed Wilson. Jed Wilson's discovered by the Doc, most likely at one of the diners or something, and he just meets him. When the deal goes down and they finally make the deal and he gives them the sniper rifle, which is the Macmillan, the BMG 50 cal, he does it at the 7-Eleven, where they find Droopy in the back. They don't find him that day, but that's where they meet. They meet at a 7-Eleven, and that's already been written. There's a lot of scenes that are in the vlog. So if you want to help me with this, you can go through the vlogs where Shepherds of Alaska is mentioned, or Rib, or Dog Night Out. The actual title, because it's a series, this all leads to time travel. Rib, which stands for Revolutionary Independent Branch, it's just Rib. So in the novel, it'll just say Rib, like your rib. Now the parentheses is or Dog Night Out, and then close parentheses, dash, Shepherds of Alaska. The Dog Night Out is like a dream that the dwarf has, and a few others too. They dream of this night of revolution where all the authority is pretty much like apprehended. And this crazy kind of war happens over a 12-hour period at night. That's why it's called Dog Night Out. And it's involving all these dogs and stuff. This sniping happens. These dogs are barking. These homeless people that have dogs are trying to be captured by the police, and there's a struggle and all this stuff. It's all weird. These dogs just start barking, and it's like supernatural nearly. So the dogs are barking and going crazy all over in all 50 states, and the police are called to try to almost stop this supernatural weird thing that's going on. But there's all these snipers in these snipers' nest. Now you want to listen to a song. It's an important song. And that song is written by Jeff Tweedy, and it's called Laminated Cat. There's also another name for it. It's a song about how things are not the season. Books sometimes are not read because of the season. But one of the titles that Jeff Tweedy uses is Laminated Cat. Like a laminated cat. And I think of what that is like a bookmark, because he talks about this person reading, and a laminated cat sounds like a bookmark. I don't know what he means by a laminated cat, and I think the pronunciation is laminated cat. I don't know what he means, but he does say in one of the lines, he mentions that it's harder to see the snipers in the trees, my friends. So he is commenting about mass shooting and stuff, and that's not what the book is about at all. But it is about snipers. But it's about a militia of snipers. But these are lowly people that rise up because of the control. Well, it's because of the power of the dwarf. who has billions of dollars. It's what he wants to do with his money. The dwarf. So Laminated Cat by Jeff Tweedy, which is it's based on a Wilco song that he redid for a Jeff Tweedy album, is kind of the only non-diegetic song that I would want to use if I was giving funding. I think it's pronounced funding for the movie. So if I was given money for the movie, then I would discuss it with the editors, with the sound people, and I would discuss it with the people that are part of the theme that's the song I would want to use. All the other rock songs that have been listed are all diegetic on radio. Love you.
That's a $5 bill, okay?
Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it right there. It's kind of hard to see there. That's better. It's hard to find an intercut. So we'll go. I love you, kitty. And be sure to confirm everything on this page. All right, guys, on proof on AirDrop, this is what the result of the AirDrop looks like. So my phone was over there. I AirDropped it from the phone and the footage to here. The next step, basically, all I'm going to do is go up and down key, down key, down key. This is an arrow key down. So arrow key down, arrow key down. And all we're looking for is dissolves. We'll come across one and we're going to put it to a 0.2. There's one. We go 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It's right here. And watch. Boom. We're going to erase the 1 and we're going to apply to, we're going to erase the 1.0 and we're going to apply to all. We're going to check it. It's less than a second. Apply to all. And then we go here. We're going through everything. We found another one. Make sure that it says 2. And then we go here. You can get more information that way. Now, I did all of that right there in the phone. Then I airdropped it, right? And everything else has been applied to 2 seconds. We go up. Look, focus on this. Focus. We go here, and then we export. Very good. You can't see it all, but then we're going to next it. That is a sign right there for export. So that is exporting. And this will export to a file and be pulled up by YouTube. Okay, the amount of time, 52:09. The title of it, it'll talk about killer whales. Well, it'll talk about Rosa's Cafe. It'll talk about Crab Shack, Rosa's Cafe, killer whales. It's kind of our day today. Okay, like killer whales, killer whales, killer whales, right? It doesn't have to be this way. And then I think the first part of it says drunken drivers. So he's talking out there about the drunk drivers and he's talking about the killer whales, okay? And it's exporting. It's based on a car seat headrest song. My cat just jumped up here. He's over there. He put his paws on here and it began making noise. Kitty, you're not Beethoven and you're not Mozart. You're just Kitty. He jumped up there and he just started making all this noise, trying to play like Beethoven. Beep 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 beep. That's an airdrop. Airdrop. That's an airdrop. Pushing it into the computer from the phone. It's the phone, airdrop. This was done through the iMovie editor on my phone. It'll go into iMovie editor. So it'll pull up iMovie editor. So it'll pull up iMovie editor and you'll be able to see iMovie right here. You'll also be able to see all the cuts and everything that you did on your phone. It'll be exact. It almost mirrors the iMovie, transfers it through the Bluetooth or however you want to do it. It could be Wi-Fi or however they have chosen to do it. It finds it and it drops it through time and space. That's correct. Now when we open, it opens in what? iMovie. There's iMovie. This is going to be an import. That means that you don't have to worry about the memory on your phone at all. You can use every single bit of storage on your phone. As long as you can get into iMovie, which you'd be able to do. You can go onto your terabyte MacBook Pro. Then you can erase everything, all the footage, but you have to do the endpoints. So let's do an example of endpoints, because you don't want to erase everything, right? This is an example of endpoints. You know that there's something with the boombox. You know that there's something with the USB receiver on back seat, other side of center console. You know that there's 3602 for that search. You know that one. This is incorrect right here. So this is probably something like this. And then it's gonna look like this. Okay? Sometimes they'll have this right here. It actually will look like this. That's 3 seconds, 6. That's 3 minutes, that's 6. Yeah, that's probably 3 minutes of searching in the car. USB receiver on back seat, looking for this thing in the car. 6 seconds and 2 seconds. We're actually looking for Linda's license in the car right here, but I'm not saying what we're doing. I'm just showing with the computer what you see. Don't worry about sound. You can later when you're in iMovie. You can also do sound here. So if I had a certain sound, you could write sound, like sound of wind, boombox sound, DK, the sound of a song. DK is we'll worry about that later. Boombox DK is like, that's an establishment. So this is how you have to do it to be able to find it. The entire vlog is 52 minutes of footage that you'll be looking for. That's your start point of the vlog, where it begins. Always put search for endpoint. So there's a start end and a search end. You can put search end right here if you want, but it understands that it's the end. I always find the end first and move my way back. Then I delete everything in between because it'll all be connected. How can I show it to you? Very easily. This is how I show it. On this example here, let's go to our hotkey. We're gonna go to the very beginning. And we're gonna look at the time on this, okay? All the way through. It's a lot of footage that we have to go through. And we do about 3-4 features a night. Now, this right here is 12.6. So the start search would be 12.6 seconds. It won't read 12.6 on your photos. It'll read 12 or it'll read 13. Most likely it'll round up on 13. It's gonna have kitty in it. It's gonna have the floor. It's gonna have some things. It's gonna look like this. You're gonna have table, shoes. You can see the cat. You don't know what they're gonna do on the thumbnail, on the photo thumbnail for Apple. There's also a thumbnail for YouTube. That's a cat tree. I just call it a cat house. It's gonna end with kitty meowing. Look, there's kitty and kitty meows. Look at the cut point here. See the cut point? Don't worry about that. Worry about the start point. That's start point. That's the seconds of it. 12.6 seconds. Now watch this. And go to the end point. All of that's going to be, those two are going to tie everything else to end to do what's known as an enter cut. You're going to cut everything in between to save footage on your phone. That way you can use the phone and make proper vlogs or whatever. This right here is your endpoint. Easy to find. Make it short. 3.3 seconds. All it is just a GPS on the dashboard. Nope, it actually pans. So notice that it pans, and you can see critter, because that could be a thumbnail. That could be a thumbnail. That could be a thumbnail, right? So when you pan, you don't have to do that. You can always do just a quick little photo of something still for an endpoint. But you find your start and you find your end, and delete everything in the middle on your phone, on your photos on your phone, so you can save data. Now pan is harder to find because of thumbnail. So watch this. See that? That's an endpoint. Watch this. That's a harder endpoint to find. Bergman's always the best. So go like this. Brando did like to pan. But for an endpoint, just go like that. One moment, please. One moment, please. Here we go with today's kitty. 9 lives. Each life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. So you can't just believe in science. You have to believe in the spirit. So the spirit can be messed with. The spirit can be messed with. People can actually mess with you as you're editing. Ask Roman Polanski. They don't even have to be in the room. They can be at their department, anything. This one was almost deleted, and it made it through. You have to fight against a lot of other spirits as you're directing, and as you're editing especially. The editor is the one that's the main attack when it comes to the spirit. They can only stop his spirit. When I was when I was under arrest and I was put in a jail cell, that's the one I wanted right there. When I was under arrest and put in a jail cell and I was accused, basically it was over a speeding ticket. Well, it was over a school zone ticket. The officer asked me, "Do you have hope?" So he asked me all these different questions. And when I said, "Well, of course," then he knew. Because they try to break the hope. It's right there. Here. You can show it all leaving away right here. That's what they'll lose. And it's at 64%. Right, guys, we're going to talk about defense. And when I mean defend, as in defending your life. You want to go here for volume. Apple doesn't really explain this, and they don't show it with colors or anything. They can show this with color. They can have color on it. Volume is right here, and that's to defend your life. So here we go. If we look here, this is sticky. There it goes. So let's look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. Okay, now we're going to loosen it up, and we can move this like that. We always move it this way, right? So you can see that it's shared, which is correct. And then this is this way. She's working with Israel. Now what we want to do is move this down this way and move over this way. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. She's working with Israel. And this right here will be uploaded. All right. So this is what it looks like after it's airdropped. I went through here, made sure everything was cut. You can also just hold arrow key down, just like that, and it'll spin right here. It'll go all the way to left or right. This is the biggest hotkey I can give you. That's really the end of the daily vlog. And I can check all this too. All I'm looking for is cuts. Just cuts only. But if it's not, it'll be a 0.2 dissolve. So please allow 20 seconds. Right here, you look right here, boom. That's a 0.2. That has to be there because I only have so much time to do this. I have already done this, which is export. It's already here, ready to be grabbed. Now you get to this point very, very easily. You can see right here where it says create. It'll take you to this point. Now, once you're at this point, you can do whatever you want, description or title. You only have so many words, just like anything else. So you become a great writer by fitting these words. It's a word game. Here's my start search right here for all of that right there, okay? So where is the title? It's right here. So that other one might have been one for another one, but I know it's gonna be that one. Today's kitty is Fortune Brawl, 20,000 men. 20K men is short for 1,000. So it is there. Now we go for what's known as credit roll. You can call it credit roll. You can call it anything you like, even broccoli. It doesn't matter what you call it. Now, whenever you go here, this is basically credit roll. I call it playbill. I've called it a lot of things. Now, when you Command A, you've highlighted everything, and Command C, right? So Command and C. Now, Command C allows you to basically copy it. So we Command and V, as in Victor. Boom. What? It takes a moment. Wait, it's a lot. There it is. You can donate there. It's my via PayPal. The via PayPal is HTTPS. Basically, it's colon. So HTTPS colon // paypal.me/Cole Spivey. You can also find it under paypal.me/Cole Spivey, all one word. C is in Charlie, O is in Octagon, L is in Larry, E is in Elephant, S is in Sam, P is in Paul, I is in Indigo, V is in Victor, E is in Elephant, and Y is in Yellow. This will talk about our band, it'll talk about the show, it'll talk about what's ADWC, and it talks about filmmaking in Hollywood. Now, when we go here, boom, is this Hollywood? Well, when I asked if New York was Hollywood to Kevin Costner at the Actors Studio Drama School, when I was there at the new school with James Lipton, Bradley Cooper had already graduated, and I was talking to Kevin Costner. He clearly said that New York was not Hollywood. That was a lie. Hollywood is a state of mind, okay? Hollywood is a state of mind. When you go to Hollywood, it's empty. The sets are waiting to be built. The people are empty. They don't care who you are. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your poetry. They don't care about your screenplay. But if you have a safe place, and I'm talking absence of criminals and cops, or people that can kill you, okay? A criminal can kill you, a cop can kill you. It doesn't matter who's gonna try to kill you. Anybody can kill. According to Sam Shepard, it even happens in the family, okay? Even a dog can do it. It's horrible. And what happened with Gene Hackman was horrible. I think he was murdered. A lot of people think, they don't even know what to say about Gene Hackman. But what I'm trying to say is if you have a nice place, it can be anywhere. And you have quiet and people that love and respect you. Creativity will flourish. David Lynch taught us that we don't have to suffer, that we can be creative in a warm, nice environment. You can meditate all day long, or you can meditate for 3 seconds. It doesn't matter. 3 minutes, 30 minutes, however you want. You want to find the warmth and relaxation, the family type of environment to create your work and get the hatred out of your heart. Say what you have to do. Say what you have to do to get the hatred out of your heart. Get a punching bag and put someone's face on it. It can be a movie star's face. It's fine. It can be a friend's face, or it can be an enemy's face. It doesn't matter, but get the anger out of you, relax, and start reading about Strasberg. Start reading about Sanford Meisner. Start reading about Stella Adler. Read about Uta Hagen. And I want to show this last book. This is uploading. This is Actor's Life with Cole Spivey. That will be the show if I ever buy my mansion in Hollywood. And I'm waiting. But I'm also wanting to be a cinematic film director for Hollywood films. And I'm reading right now this guy, because I'm going to audition for a play nearby theater. But I have to tell you guys, you don't want to forget about this. Right there. Don't forget it. This is going to be a raw footage upload. Don't forget about this. It's Uta Hagen, respect for acting. But don't forget about a challenge for the actor. That was her advanced book. A challenge is what she wanted you to read. A challenge for the actor. This is good. It's a good read. In Strasberg. At the Actors Studio. Tape recording sessions. Strasberg never gave up on any of his actors. He worked on me, found relaxation. I was given this by Diane Salinger, or she directed it to me. I bought it, but she told me to get it. On Method Acting, Edward Dwight East. It's probably where I got the name Dwight for the story I'm working on. Now, if you're going to take some time off and you're going to write a novel, there is a must. Get Sam Shepard's work too, but there's a must. Right here. Stephen King on writing. Right there. Memoirs of the Craft. Let's look at it. Craft. Memoir of the Craft. Now, this was moved because Linda went through my library. So we're going to put it back here and kind of straighten it out. I put it right over here by Look Homeward Angel. It's a bio. It's a good one. Forgive my Bergman-style cinematography. I'm joking around. This is anti-cinematic. It's a vlog, okay? This is a vlog, okay? You will know. You will be aware when a movie appears on my channel, the Cole Spivey channel. And it'll happen. There's a few people that have to go away for that to happen. There's people that are going to go to a better place. They're preparing to go to a better place. Gene Hackman will be there and they'll all be dining. A big feast, okay? But when it goes on my channel, you will be well aware of the difference between a vlog and a cinematic movie for the big screen. And that puppy will be launched out to the big, big theaters everywhere. You will be well aware when that movie hits my YouTube channel. And it'll be a movie. And it's going to be The Shepherds of Alaska. If I get the full title, it'll be Rib, parentheses, or Dog Night Out, close parentheses, dash, Shepherds of Alaska. So, wait.